Hey everybody, hi, um, how are you? Actually, in this video, I'm going to talk about my feeling and my journey in Malaysia and how are things going on with me. It's about my English, my life, my personal feeling, and what I want to do and what I don't want to do, what I am getting, what I'm not getting, what's my planning, and how it turns out in real world situation about my failing my planning about future everything. So first thing first, actually, when I came here, I think some of you may have know of some sort of my previous video that I talked about briefly about my past journey, but I'd love to connect those things with my current situation, what's going on, what am I suffering with, what am I doing, and what cause behind all of this reason. And for I think telling the whole story is something that necessary. And as you know, I'm not uh, uploading video. It's about uh, perhaps perhaps 4 days. So because when I came here in Malaysia, and I'm not well educated. Actually, I'm not at all. I'm not educated person. So I've been learning English in general as a general learner. As you, I think you could consider as a general learner, and I'm doing things here. But the most of the problem with what happenings to me, actually, when I came here in this Malaysia, that there was circumstances, situation hurt, a pretty hard time there was, and I overcome those hard time, luckily, alhamdulillah. And I feel like it's been 1.5 year I'm here in this Malaysia, so I feel like I'm stuck at some loop. This is loop. I'm stuck here, and life is nothing changing. It just loop, it just stuck in a loop. So I do feel like sometimes, because the effort I given been given, that this much effort in order to improve my English, learn English, and maintain a healthy life, do these and don't do these. These are something I'm doing for my growth, for my improvement. But after all of these, I feel like that I'm I'm stuck at some point, and I'm stuck inside a loop. How do I break it? I don't know. You know what? Uh, the reason behind that me why I'm making this video, that last week, and including today's, there's one of the worst weeks in this Malaysia of my life, and I wasn't even able to practice my English the way I do as always, for my that worst feeling, something called depression. And I'm so sadly suffering with this, and I'm forced to work here without doing any work here, without doing anything, that I wouldn't be able to survive in this Malaysia no longer. And that's what I do have to do. And I think sometimes my brain, I don't know why my brain treating me like this way. Like, I'm not a formal educated person at all. I don't have any certificate, whether it's school, college, from a school, anything like that. I don't have anything like that, but inside my head sometimes say that you're better than this, why you're doing this, and you don't deserve this, man. You 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 may do something that better than these, higher than these. And these are some thoughts that bother me, distract me, discourage me, always as always. And I motivated myself sometimes with motivational speech, that hard work, and every day I'm trying to learn English through social media, where I just listen English and try to speak every day with strangers on online. And these are something I'm doing for improvement, for my English improvement. And um, mentally, I do suffer every day mostly about my mental thoughts, which is bothered me most. Sometimes I can control those, not 100%, but I can control those problems sometimes. But mostly I do have to suffer, and that's why my face is looks like, it doesn't look well. And anyway, we have just I have just moved my previous work site. I think I've told you some sort of my last previous video, and this is my room where I live currently. I've been living, and that's a bed straight that I'm pointing, or you can say that I'm pointing on. Up this upper bed. I mean, um, I used to sleep upper bed, and at this point that I'm feeling like that lack of speech. I didn't speak last week that much for my mental worst feeling, and causing it to mm, not being able to speak properly, not being able to incorporate new word into my speech. Because when you suffer with a depression syndrome like that, then how could you possibly learn anything in life? And actually, about my family, when it comes to make a connection with your family, neither of them I can be able to connect with them because of why, I don't know. I think I didn't send them enough money, and that be the reason behind. But to be honest, I don't know anything. Yeah, I just want to grow. I just want to improve myself. As you know, I think if you look down my some sort of video, then you'll be clear that what my goal is. Using my English, I want to get better job inside this Malaysia, and I'm doing things exactly that it require. But it is a slow process, I know. But my worst thought, worst feeling, sometimes it's a drive so crazy. And yeah, these are something I think I do have to resist and tolerate. Without doing things here, I can be able to survive in this Malaysia. And I'm waiting for my next payment, next month a salary. That way, I can be able to feed my family in better way. So yeah, it was all about. um there was something I may tell you that I don't know how long I do have to survive, but for I'm hoping for get get rid of these at, at least these situation, like where I can be able to practice a little my I can be able to spend time onto my growth. As always, that is in English, and just a little. That doesn't have to be big, but my English at this point, uh, this is I think is improved a lot, and the bigger level of English require bigger level of care. Anyway, I got stitches, as you can see here, and I think you may notice it. And one thing I forgot to tell you, if you look from my thumb, top of my thumb, then you will recognize that stitches on as well as stitches as well. So I were drilling at construction site, and there was a drill, and that drill has a switch button actually, and I just turned that button off, and that button doesn't work, and that drill machine just twisted all over me, and somehow this part of my this part of my finger cut cut off. It wasn't severe, but after 3 minutes, I lost my consciousness. I were senseless. So actually, wasn't for the first time in Malaysia. This was second time in Malaysia, and there was experience like these once in Bangladesh, and in total it's a third time I lost my consciousness, and then I I researched a little bit about it, what happened, and after all, I found this something that called vasovagal response, uh, where a patient might feel like dizzy, and that's how I feel like. Um, I felt like following moment. So in that moment, I felt like dizzy, and I suddenly lost my consciousness. Even though that's damage wasn't severe, that's little stitches, as you can see, and it's peeled off. I peeled off today's morning, and it's it's just a new skin coming up here, and I lost my consciousness there, and then I had to take medical attention, and I did it, and then I studied about that a little bit. That's something called vasovagus response. So, I'm not sure that I'm correct or not. So this was my current updates of myself. And I truly don't know how it's gonna be tomorrow or next tomorrow. I don't know, and why I don't know. And but I'm still trying to get rid of this situation and trying to make space for myself to grow, to learn, to just increase my English level, and then I'll be trying to get a job using my English level without any certificate. That wouldn't be easy, but I'll be trying my best, and I'll be trying to become a content creator on online. So this was all about, and talk to you in another video, and pray for me, pray for me, pray for me. Assalamualaikum. Take care of your mental strength, and understand Yeah, makes you to pray.